What's going on, world? What's going on, Japan? So, this is something I found the other day, but I didn't get to go through. So, this is only going to probably be about 10 minutes worth of covering, not even. But it's some interesting stuff about Ubisoft's behavior. And I just don't understand this company. Like, when I say that, of course, we all understand them. But what I mean is, like, why do you continue to do certain things when you know how much heat is on you and when you know, like, how much your stock is dying, how much everything is just going to hell for you. This company is dealing with some type of curse right now. It's like they can't even do good behavior. Everything is just terrible. I mean, you guys are gonna find out. So I did that video recently about them appearing at Gamescom and placing that big, huge fortress all across it to where everybody and their mom could see it. There's no way you could avoid it. And by the way, y'all, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe. I'll be bringing out some more content. A lot of other stuff around the corner too. New Nintendo stuff coming when that happens. I'll be getting that console, playing all of that. And I'll be doing Monster Hunter, tons of other games around the corner, Dragon Ball, all of that. But yeah, looking at Star Wars here, we'll get to this in a second. Can you believe it's at 4.1K views? That's absolutely terrible for Star Wars. But getting back to Assassin's Creed, they trolled people at Gamescom, and you had to stay in line for a very, very long time to get into that booth with that fake Tory gate. Let's listen to what these guys have to say, and then I'm going to comment on it. I just can't believe they actually did this. You're going to see exactly what they did.
Way to introduce ourselves. Welcome everyone to the Assassin's Cast, the weekly Assassin's Creed Shadows podcast, or sometimes we talk about other Assassin's Creed things, of course, as well. I'm joined, as always, by the one and only Frankie Boy Fragnard. That's how some people know him. Sorry we went a little later. I had to eat some lunch. Like, that was the easy explanation. There's a lot of things going on, but you went to Gamescom. So I immediately want to throw it to you. You were there, biggest gaming convention in the world. You saw
One of.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. How was the line? What did you see? What can you tell us?
This is where it gets interesting. Um, Listen closely to what he says, how long this line is too, and how long it takes to get in there.
Did they show anything new? And then later we're gonna watch the Dev Diary that they dropped last week. That has a ton of new gameplay. And yeah, Frankie Boy here has not watched it yet. And I'm excited about that because there's actually a lot in that we can go over. So thanks everyone for joining. Good to see everyone here. Smunk Chipnug as always. Thank you for joining. And everyone else, Makkerman, I saw you already in the chat. How did it feel? We need to know. You were there on the ground floor.
I was on the ground. So I watched two things about Assassin's Creed. First one is like some press presentation, and that one is still under embargo, so I think I can't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
The second one is, of course, on the consumer floor, and you can imagine these giant walls. Behind these giant walls, 400 people into one cinema with an epic big screen. But it comes with a twist.
Oh no! Don't say it.
Here it goes. Like you said, almost like 400 people in line.
Of course, only played the E3 gameplay that was already seen months ago.
No, but did they only show the?
No. Okay, so that is a dick move. Okay, so I want you guys to hear what he's saying too, and then I'm going to comment on this. It's crazy. Like, they put all that up to play the E3 trailer that everyone hated. Why would you replay that again? But we're going to get to that in a second.
The trailer they dropped, like the actual gameplay walkthrough they dropped, or did they show new gameplay from that walkthrough?
No, they played that particular gameplay walkthrough live, and I was curious because they made like a poll when you first go into that city with Yasuke and you fight, like same thing as usual. Then you got to choose play as Naoe, play as Yasuke, and I was of course like. They did a poll. I was like, yeah, play as Yasuke because we did already see.
Making people go through the Tory Gate. You know how fucked up that is. You're not supposed to be doing that. No humans are supposed to go through something like that. Like, they're messing around with the spiritual side of life. Like I said, they're dealing with a lot of darkness right now.
Now is gameplay in that trailer, and everyone voted like no, and I was wondering, did nobody watch the trailer? Was nobody aware that this trailer was already seen millions of times?
Yes.
And yeah, they basically
Oh,
showed the same thing that was already visible online on YouTube for months now. So people stood in line for hours to.
That's the part that's messed up. You made people wait in line hours. You give them this big fortress. You make them walk through the toy gate, and then you troll the shit out of them and play them the E3 trailer they have already seen. It's like this company, guys. I'm telling you, man. I don't know what to say. Japan, let me know what y'all think too. And I'm not laughing in a good way. I'm just like what? I would have been pissed if that was me. Like because like you get everyone's attention to like, hey, this is in front of you, your face, just boom, all in front of your face. Now I want you to walk in, wait in line, for 2 to 3 hours or whatever, and then when you come in here, I'm just gonna hit you with the same thing that's been up, since the beginning. Like the whole world didn't know about this controversy. It's the biggest controversy of the year. Like, what type of move is that? That's just crazy. This company is just not having a good track record this year at all on anything.
that's
Watch that trailer.
crazy. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you can better maybe not show up with your game if you don't have anything new to show. Now we do have our lovely reporter. Or sorry, do you want to say anything? Because I'm
Yeah, of course. I mean, they could have showed the behind the scenes E3 gameplay that
Yeah.
you saw also.
Yeah,
That
something.
would have made sense. But like, yeah, the booth looked awesome. It was a very nice atmosphere, but why show that gameplay that was already seen by each one of those people in there? Likely. Some people even went out because they were angry.
I'll be angry too. That's a dick move, man. You wasted my whole. Like, I'm showing up to something that happens once a year. There's no E3 now. Like you said, it's one of the biggest events of the year for you to like make an impact, and you do that. And then you got these people walking through Tory. They don't even have no idea. You know what I mean? This is not a Japanese culture. Also, Torygate is no, well known in Christian society too. But the thing is like they don't like they just don't have an idea what's going on. And I just can't believe they actually did that. That's really so messed up. Also, here they started advertising this too, and they're selling this to people. The Yasuke Noya art. This is something else they were advertising. This is just something I add in because you guys probably didn't know. So I'm just giving you a sneak peek, so we can just have everything we can professionally on this. That looks cool. That one's not too bad. But at least it didn't say Legendary Samurai. But yeah, I mean, we know about this too. Assassin's Creed pre-orders less than 800 units from across 900 stores. We went over that too. What's also interesting is I've done this on my channel too. There was an interview that Ubisoft had for the stockholders, and they asked them, and then they reported this was back in May 20th that pre-orders are strong, but yet removed 3 days ago from here all the way to September, and they're telling us that the pre-orders are not doing very good physically. I don't know if they were including digital, but the point is it's like it's just not adding up. You know what I mean?
And
Oh, that's awesome.
I just stayed there to be honest because I was curious
Yeah.
if they would like show something new in the end, and there was something new in the end, yeah, but it was just like I don't know some
What was it?
scenic shots,
Oh, okay.
some new footage which was like some seconds of footage, and of course it looked nice, so I'm looking forward to it, but it was like 15 seconds of new footage and nothing of interest, but more like impressions from the world. So I would not have stood in line there for 3 hours or 2
Was
hours.
it
I don't
3 hour?
know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I luckily had a fast pass, but
Yeah. Otherwise,
if I stood there,
yeah.
I would have been a little bit angry. But yeah, you can see the people got in there on that.
Yeah.
That stuff is cheap stuff, almost like if it was just like cheap Chinese knockoffs. I mean, come on, man. And I could see that right away just by looking at it instantly. I'm pretty sure y'all can see the same thing. But it's like, you're hoping that this company tries to do something to redeem itself in its image, to do the right thing with Japan, all the wrong things they do. That Thomas Lockley would come forward, that coward is still gone. Just all the wrong things they've done. And there's just, It just seemed to carry on like this. It just blows my damn mind. And this is what I wanted to cover about this. After this, they kind of like go into like the gameplay we've already seen with the Parker and all that. And yeah, I mean, we could just take a look at this real
First
quick.
photo, I
They're not
think.
going to really
Yeah,
go
yeah.
far, as you see.
That
On
was
the
like pretty
second now
early.
by Access the Animus.
Yeah.
Because
Right
I've looked through
on the
this.
right
This
hand
is
side,
stuff
the,
that
the
y'all don't
fan.
care about. We already.
You can use to cool off yourself. And they handed that one out. So at least you got a goodie.
Okay.
That's very cheap stuff right there.
But
Yeah, and-
do you know what they gave when you, because that's crazy, like Origins and Odyssey were playable, both at the show,
Mhm.
and you got the cool helmet.
Yeah, you got that fan, of course, only. And
it's like still so awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
that helmet is
But this
crazy,
is very
yeah.
cheap.
And then everyone at Gamescom was like walking around with these helmets and was like, "Where did you get it?" And that's like good marketing, I would argue. But
Yeah. I was wondering why.
You know, and these guys are Assassin's Creed fans too. I mean, look at this guy's thing on the back of his YouTube. He just likes Assassin's Creed games. They're not going to be seeing things. It's like they see what we see, but they're just like Assassin's Creed. And there's some people that are like that. You know what? That's your free will of choice. I'm not going to get in my feelings about that. But you could tell that they're both disappointed, and he wants to say, "Yeah, you know, this helmet's cool. What is this crap?" You know, I'll say it for him. I know that's what he wanted to say.
They didn't show any gameplay, new gameplay, and I mean they could have shown new gameplay. If they don't let us play the game at all, that's what I would have expected, to be honest.
yeah, exactly. Or at least what we saw during Ubisoft Forward, because that was basically, that was basically also kind of new, because it showed, okay, you have Naue during the dark. That's of course the gameplay walkthrough they put online.
Yeah.
But what does she do when it's night or when it's daytime? Because then she cannot hide in the shadows, where you of course are immediately invisible for enemies. And then Yasuke, how does that work? I'm curious though. Do you think that they had the Yasuke part ready for if people chose him, or do you think that they always knew, oh, everyone's gonna pick Naue anyways?
I most likely think they were expecting us to vote for Naue.
Okay, I'm glad I listened to that. Okay, so that's actually a very interesting take, because it is true, guys. Think about this. How did they first present the game? See, they wanted to enforce the DEI in front of our face first, just because otherwise it would be ignored. And that just tells you a lot about, wait, this is how DEI works. Look at what they're still doing with this crap, forcing that in front of people's face. You know, because it doesn't care. It just wants to force its agenda down your throat and ruin everything, and just take the money to do it. It's not what gamers want, and every game that's doing it, we see the track record. Come on, man. Star Wars is the biggest IP one ever in the world. Shakes the whole entire world back then, consistently. 4.1K. It came out on the 30th. It's only 2 days ago. Not even. Early access a little bit than that. What is going on here? But yeah, all in all, man, let me know what y'all think. This is what I wanted to highlight. If I want to watch the rest of this, I'll link this to y'all. But like I said, it's literally just covering that recent footage that we've seen, you know, showing those two together, and then kind of talk about it along the podcast, just saving you guys some time. But in case if you wanted to look more into this, I will put this inside of my description. Like I said, let me know what y'all think, and glad to share this. If anything else comes up on this game, which I'm pretty sure we're going to start getting a lot more on it, because we don't know about the map, the open world. What other parts of Japan are they adding in? What are they doing that may be historically accurate? What more could actually maybe make us more upset, or be like, okay, I actually like that? Are you going to try to do the right thing? But so far, it's looking like they're not doing any of that. But all in all, y'all have a good night, good morning over in Japan, and peace out, y'all.